most people were, pretty negative towards the idea. Lots of people were suspicious of the reasons behind it and a little bit dubious about whether or not it would work because of the lack of funding of high schools and the fact that a lot of them weren't going to be able to run the kinds of programs that keep kids interested. I think before they raised the leaving age and kids were able to leave school, I think from like the end of year 10, lots of kids were going out and just not doing much, getting jobs that didn't require any real skill or any qualification. Some of them went to TAFE, but lots of them just went off and did unskilled labour type work. Quite a few kids stayed at school even though they weren't very interested. They enjoyed the social side of school. Staying at school these days, since they raised the leaving age, because they have to, unless they can find some sort of job that has a training component involved in it, they don't have a choice. So there's more kids there. Are they necessarily more engaged? I don't know. Alternative programs are good if the school is equipped to run them. They like to think they have alternative programs. How successful they are at getting kids work ready and keeping them engaged, I'm not really sure. I don't think that the students' attitudes have necessarily changed as a direct result of the leaving age. I think that the attitude that I've noticed, the change in attitude, is probably more as a result of a lot more jobs being available because of the mining boom. I think that the school has had to hold on to kids who normally they would have tried to have gotten rid of a lot earlier. So I'm talking about kids who are sort of 15, 16, 17, but they're still very negative and immature, not the sort of kids that would traditionally have stayed at school. They would have left because they hate it. So having to hold on to kids like that, a lot of the staff don't necessarily want them at school anymore because they've been dealing with them for years. I don't necessarily believe that students should have to stay until the end of year 12. If kids aren't engaged in the school system, they should be able to leave if they choose to. Educating kids is it's a great thing. Kids should be educated to the end of year 12, but certain kids actually need to leave the system because they're finding it destructive for one reason or another.